Finding a good book on stock investing can be very difficult, which I'm sure you know. That's why I've made this list of the best books that I've come across that have helped me with my own investing. No fluff, just practical tips from the best books that I've actually read, and starting in no particular order, let's kick things off with Technical Analysis Masterclass. This book was a gem of a find, and I actually came across it after going to lunch with an investor friend of mine who I met through a trading course. Now, this guy was big time. He was a $1 million stock option trader, and he was the type of trader who was going big, going heavy. He was doing a lot of volume with different options trading strategies, buying 100 calls, selling 100 puts at a time, like big volumes, making moves, looking to capitalize on his trends in the market that he got from the technical analysis found in this book. This is the technical analysis book I wish I had when I started trading options and started investing in the stock market. It is easy to understand. It is only like 150 pages long, and it's very, very well laid out with different charts, different formats, different scenarios that you can run through. And the best part, it's really easy to understand for the beginner level investor like myself, like maybe you watching this video as well. This one got me started, took me further than any other technical analysis book that I've ever come across. It was just plain and simple English, explained really, really well. So if you're looking for a kickoff technical analysis book, this is the one that you want. And now moving on to Money for Nothing and Your Stocks for Free. This is written by a Canadian. I came across this book when I attended my first stock investing seminar. I actually got this book as a gift for signing up and putting a nice $1,000 deposit down on the course. So I got a little gift. They wanted me to read this book before I went to the trading course to get an idea of how stock options worked. And the best part about this book is that it was written by somebody who retired at the age of 34 or 35. His name's Derek Foster. He's a Canadian, lives around Ottawa. He did it all by selling put options and capitalizing on just generating cash flow in your options portfolio. Real life example. Great book right here for breaking down how selling put options work. So if you want to learn how that works and have a real case example of how Derek Foster retired at 35 in Canada on just a trading portfolio, check this book out. It's a little bit hard to find, but a great read nonetheless for all you aspiring stock option and selling put option aspiring traders specifically. Next up, we've got the big behemoth here, Timing the Stock Market by Street Smart's Guide. This one is a doozy of a read, but it is thorough. It is a monster book, and it's got like 50 something chapters in it. I came across this one following a really informative YouTube and TikTok kind of superstar in the stock investing realm, Mike Iuliano. If you haven't heard of him, make sure you check him out because he breaks down inside his Facebook group, Invest Like Mike. He goes through this book, quite a lot of references right here, and takes everything that he learned out of this book and puts it onto his charting for technical analysis purposes. But the best thing that I liked about this book was that it opened my mind up to the presidential election cycles in the US and how different presidential kind of races and times of the year affect the stock market, which I didn't understand before, but I did now. The best example of that was when Donald Trump was president back a couple years ago. He got COVID and the market sold off, and I was like, whoa, we were having a great day, humming along, no problem, and then all of a sudden, boom, that news broke. And any kind of news leading up to the president, any kind of election type stuff will have an impact on the market. That was covered in here and explained to me very well in depth in this book, Street Smart Guide for Timing the Stock Market. Now, all these books, they are available to you as well. If you want to go grab a copy yourself, all the links are going to be in the description for this video. Go check them out at your own leisure. Number 4 here on the list is Brooke Thackeray's Investor's Guide. This is the 2021 version. It comes out every year. You probably want to pick one up every other year. You don't have to do it every single year, but it's great for stock seasonality. If you don't know what that is, this book will explain it to you. It's a key concept of how the cycle of the year and the calendar turning actually affects the stock market. And this one's amazing because it actually gives you a breakdown month by month. And it gives you, okay, so in the month, let's say of July and August, it'll say, boom, these are the stocks you want to look for. These are the kind of things that have performed really, really well. It actually gives you a chart as well at the very back of the book that kind of gives you through the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the S&P, and goes through all the different kind of dates and what's kind of kicking at the right times during the year. Plus, my favorite thing about this book, it gives you a calendar you can just write and inscribe in, and you can go through and say, hey, I want this on this day, start here, sell this, buy this, kind of give your own little bit of seasonality. And you can take that and put it into a stock chart in like an Excel format or some kind of Google Sheets format. You can take this information in this book, download it, make it your own. I found this through the stock investing courses I took through Theta Trading. Both the guys who traded, longtime traders, like 10, 20-year guys, use this book as their Bible for seasonality. It just makes things so clear. So if you want a roadmap for what stock seasonality should do, not that it always does, but it gives you a way to tilt the odds in your favor, this book is awesome for that. And again, every other year I would recommend buying one of these books and just looking for your seasonal trends in here. You don't have to get it every year because it's not that different unless you have a one-off year like a COVID year, but it's hard to predict those things, as we all know. So check this one out if you want some seasonality tips and go from there. And now, the fifth book in the series here is called the Bitcoin Standard. I don't have a copy with me right now. I've lent it out to a friend, but it is the best book that I've ever read about how to understand what money is and how it works and the history of money, where it started from and where it's at today. This book will give you the deep dive, the first 50 to 60 pages specifically on that topic. And once I understood what money was and how it worked, it made it super clear why Bitcoin is going to have a crucial part in the future of our economic system and why I needed to diversify my portfolio from real estate to stocks to also cryptocurrencies, and mostly Bitcoin as the leader there. Thankfully, I was able to pick up this book at the recommendations from the Rockstar Real Estate podcast. Lots of great book recommendations there, but the Bitcoin Standard, if you want to learn Bitcoin, bring a dictionary or a thesaurus for the first 50 pages. It is in-depth. It is crucial for your knowledge about the economic system, how Bitcoin fits in, and what it looks like going further. It is by far the best Bitcoin and my favorite Bitcoin book out there. Others may have other suggestions, but this one is the one that made the most sense to me. So go check it out if you want to learn more about Bitcoin and go down that rabbit hole. So those are my top 5 stock investing books. Hopefully you got some value out of that list. You can apply it to your own trading. Now I want to hear from you. What is your favorite book that you've come across that helps you with your own stock investing? Drop a comment, let me know. And as always, I will see you on the next video.